Hello, everybody. Welcome. You're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I was a little busy. I won't go into any details. It was an interesting weekend. I was watching a video on YouTube earlier today. There was a streamer basically talking about Hollywood and how they need to start doing more original content and not remaking stuff all the time. And I'm in full agreement. We're doing too many remakes here. It's okay to once in a while do a remake, especially after a certain number of years or whatever, as long as it hasn't been done to death, okay? But it seems like today, nobody has any original ideas, so they just remake somebody else's. And it's the viewers, you and I, we're kind of getting tired of it. It's like, if you don't have an original idea, then just don't do anything until you do. I mean, it's kind of that simple. So basically what she was talking about was the Lord of the Rings trilogy by Tolkien, okay? And it's been remade many times. I believe originally they were cartoons, and then they did, live action movies and whatnot. And then you had the Rings of Power, which I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was all that bad. It was kind of interesting to see, where some of the characters came from that you didn't really get that much details in the movies. Now, obviously, if you read the book, you get a lot more details, So I kind of liked Rings of Power, but, anyways. So apparently, Warner Brothers wants to do their own remakes of the Lord of the Rings movies. So you had the movies, they made the movies, and now Warner Brothers wants to take a throw at doing the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And a lot of people are not happy about it. It's like, the movies aren't really that old, You should wait a while before doing a remake. Why not do something original? Make something up on your own. I don't know. I just kind of also have the issue of, okay, you have the movies, boom. Now you have Warner Brothers, which, does TV shows. Like Looney Tunes and well, I can't remember for sure. Was Buffy the Vampire Slayer and all that on Warner Brothers too? But they just don't seem to be, in my opinion, fit to do something like the Lord of the Rings. It's not their thing, it's not what they're known for. And I think maybe part of it is you have these people, these companies or whatever are like, well, those people got a lot of success doing this movie. They made a lot of money, got a lot of fame. Maybe we will too if we copy them. And I think that's kind of why there's so many remakes of things. Is they're hoping to get the fame and the fortune just like the person before them. And it's like, you need to come up with something new. It shouldn't be that hard. You can use Lord of the Rings as an example or as inspiration, but create your own shit. I can do that. I just don't know how to put it on paper. That's my thing. I have all kinds of stories in my head that I think would make great movies or TV series or whatnot. I just don't know how to put it on paper. I often felt like if there was some way you could like connect some kind of device to your head while you were sleeping, your dreams would make excellent movies and TV shows as well. Problem is, most of the time you wake up and you don't remember much of it, You might remember bits and pieces, but as the day goes on, it's completely gone. You know, I honestly think that, you know, if we could find a way to record our dreams in a sense, they would make excellent movies. At least some of them, anyways. The consumer's getting tired of it, but the only way to stop them is to stop paying them. Yeah. And I think eventually that's going to happen. They're not gonna buy the DVDs. You know, people are not gonna watch it. But, you know, on the same token, I'll use Netflix as an example because it's really a good example. I think they've gotten too big for their britches and they're kind of full of themselves. But they have a bad habit of canceling actually good shows all the time, and people are pissed about it. And then, you know, the CEO comes out and says, we don't cancel popular good shows. We only cancel the ones that are unpopular, which is complete bullshit. I mean, you read the comments and you can clearly see that viewers are not happy. I think it's called the CEO is canceling what he feels is not popular, not what actually is. Okay. But they're canceling good shit all the time, and then they're replacing it with remakes or garbage. And Netflix is losing a lot of customers between canceling good shows, putting garbage on there, constantly raising their monthly fees, and then now the whole password sharing thing where they, you know, went from, we want you to share your password to now we're going to charge you to share passwords. And then adding advertisements to their lower packages. You got to spend more money now. You know, they really got their foot going out the door. To be honest with you, it's like y'all need to wake up. We don't need you that much. We're not that desperate to have Netflix that we're gonna put up with the shit. You know, we still got Hulu, which is cheaper. We still got Disney Plus, which is tied with Hulu. You know, still cheaper with them bundled together. Netflix for me is over $20 a month, and Hulu and Disney Plus is less than that, just to give you an example. You got HBO Max, which is putting out some good things. I don't know what the price is on that. And then you got Redbox. Okay? Worst comes to shove, go get a DVD out of the Redbox. Of course, they have streaming capabilities as well. And then, you know, I made a comment on one of the Netflix password sharing thing, and I was like, well, it's time to bring Blockbuster back. We'll go back to the old days if they're going to be like that, you know? People are going to unsubscribe from 15 different required streaming services, change their password policy is a big one. I refuse to pay someone to watch ads. We had that with cable. Yeah, if you show ads, the ads pay for it. Yeah. And matter of fact, Hulu used to be free with ads. That was the catch. You could watch it for free, but with ads. And then you could pay their membership and not have any ads. And then time goes by, and now you have to have a membership. You have to pay a monthly fee for Hulu with ads. And if you want no ads, then you got to pay more money. And so a lot of these streaming software started off, you know, join us, pay subscription for us or whatever, and these are the nice benefits you get. Then as time goes on, you're losing your benefits. You know, and then the issue with ads. Hardly anybody ever watches ads. Honestly. Back in the day, before all the streaming services, you had, you know, analog TV, whatever, local channels. You had cable and satellite. What did everybody do whenever there was a commercial? Well, it's time to go get a snack. It's time to go use the bathroom. We're going to do something while there's 5 minutes of commercials, right? Or longer in some cases. Sometimes it was you got more commercials than you got show, you know? But nobody really watched commercials. You know, or they'd watch a little bit of it or whatever. And so then you fast forward to streaming, okay, and it's the same thing. If you're watching something and on Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, there's a commercial come up. What do? Well, you still go to the bathroom. You still go get a snack, a drink, or whatever. You don't watch it. If you're on a computer, I mean, that's a simple thing. While the commercial is playing, you go over to your other monitor or you open up another window and you watch something else while that commercial's on. Nobody really watches commercials. And it doesn't help the fact that commercials are getting dumber and dumber. It's like, where is your creativity, people? What happened? It's like, that's the best you can come up with? It's just kind of sad. It's the winning strategy. 1, please your users to build a user base. 2, please your advertisers. 3, screw them both and please yourself. And then 4, lose it all. That's what's going to happen to Netflix. I give them another 5 years tops, and they're going to go under. Because if you read most of the comments on any kind of Netflix post, people are not happy. And you'll get comments like, I left them 3 months ago. Thinking back to some of the commercials from my childhood, I would have wished for less creativity. It's like, and some of them you're like, were y'all on drugs when you came up with this? One fine example that comes to my mind. You remember Quiznos Subs was a restaurant sort of like Subway. They had some really screwed up commercials. What the hell? How'd they come up with these dead roadkill looking rat things advertising a sub sandwich? What? How is that going to make me want to go, oh, that ugly thing makes me want to go down to the Quiznos Subs and eat a sandwich? At least back in the day with your rock stars and whatnot, at least the drugs made them creative and the music actually was good. The commercials is like, what in the world? Yeah, some of the Budweiser commercials were pretty good. You haven't had the pleasure of a Quiznos commercial? Trust me, it's not great. Speaking of Budweiser commercials, I think it was a Super Bowl commercial. And, it used to be everybody wanted to watch the Super Bowl commercials just about as much as the Super Bowl. I'm not a huge sports fan, okay? But the recent commercials haven't been all that great either. But there was one, if you're on YouTube, you can look them up, There was this one where this guy was taking his girlfriend or whoever, significant other, out on a horse and carriage ride, and I think there was like snow in the ground and whatnot. It's Christmas time, and he handed her a candle, so she's got a candle, and he's reaching down to get the Budweiser, and the horse farted. And when he comes back up, she's all burnt up and whatnot from the flame on the candle. It was kind of funny. Didn't they release the commercials online the day before? Probably. I would not be surprised one bit. The problem with the Super Bowl. Okay, football is not nearly as bad as baseball. Okay, and I'm not saying that the sport is bad. Watching it is bad because you're sitting there for 9 innings watching, and it's boring. It's especially if there's not really much going on, if they're kind of balanced or whatnot. It's just like, what in the world? When I was growing up, if we watched like baseball, like Olympics and stuff like that, we usually came back later to catch the end of it. It's like, why watch all 9 innings? Just come back, get back around, 7, 8, and 9. And, you're fine. You don't need to watch the beginning. Football's not too bad, and basketball's not too bad. I know basketball, you basically have like 4, I think it is. And that's not too bad. At least there's a little bit more action, I guess you could say. But nobody really wants to watch commercials, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why, like on Twitch and YouTube and I guess Facebook, why people subscribe or membership streamers is to try to avoid commercials. That's the biggest benefit you get, honestly. You got skip ads, emotes, and maybe emotes is a young thing. I personally, I don't use them that often, to be honest with you. Maybe the smile face or the sad face, depending on what I'm referring to. But I mean, there's millions of emotes out there. I don't use them all that much, unless I used them a little bit on Twitch to try to get more people chatting and whatnot. But I think it's more of a young person thing. But those are your main benefits of paying a monthly fee, is to avoid the commercials and to get some smiley faces. And that's probably why most people really do it. Because I know I've watched streamers before streaming, and they're getting to that heated, moment, whatever game they're playing, and then it cuts to commercial, and you miss it. That's annoying, because it's not like TV where they put it on hold for the commercial and then they come back to where it left off. With live streaming, it's still going on even while the commercial is playing. Now, some streamers I've noticed, not sure if it's the same thing here on YouTube, but I've seen it on Twitch. Somehow they have it set up where the commercial will play, but then the game's still playing over in the corner. Whereas you can't hear anything, you can still kind of watch it, so that you're not necessarily missing the action. You're just missing the conversation. Mid-roll ads suck, yeah. But I guess that's how the streamers technically make their money, is, or at least the partners and whatnot, is how many viewers watch the commercial. So there's some options for those on Twitch. I think if the streamer triggers one every so often, they won't auto trigger one. Yeah, and you can schedule them too, because I've done that before. I usually stream like three hours or so I might have like one or two ads scheduled. And I think they got some kind of if you have the scheduler on Twitch set up for a certain amount of time, you get a higher percentage of subscriptions or something like that. If my memory's correct. It's been a little while. So I think I had mine set up like every hour or something like that. Every either 30 minutes or every hour kind of thing. So when you set it up, then as the streamer, you can kind of take that in consideration. You look at the clock, you're like, okay, there's about to be an ad. So I'll just take a quick break. I'll be right back. Go to the be right back screen, play a trailer, whatever that, people aren't going to really miss or whatnot if we go to a commercial. And then, boom, you're not missing anything. So sometimes streamers will do that. Yeah, exactly. And that's probably one of the good things about ad breaks, is it can encourage the streamer to go take a break, especially the streamers that are streaming all day long. They got to make sure that they take breaks too, or they're going to fall out eventually. All right, so if you missed the streams yesterday, of course, you can always check the playlists. Let's see, Friday, we had the Wheel of Fate choose, and we played Stranger of Paradise, which is a Final Fantasy 1 remake. Yeah, they're doing games too. And it's an okay game. It's a little bit more action-based, though. Let's see, then Wednesday and Thursday, we had played Crisis Core, so if you missed that, you can check that out. And then, of course, Dragonage on Monday and Tuesday. So you can check that out as well, which we're going to be continuing Dragonage today. We're going to start where we left off, which was, we're at a manor where Arl Hal, I guess, is residing. And just to give you a heads up at the beginning of the game, Hal betrayed your family and murdered your parents, basically. This gives you a chance to get some payback. I used to watch a guy stream games Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day, high energy, and don't know how he did it. I don't know how some people do it. There's people streaming 8 hours. There's people streaming 12 hours. I've seen people do 24-hour stream. I've heard of 48-hour streams. It's like, how are you not sleeping? And then, because, you know, there's new trends and whatnot. I don't know how big it was here on YouTube, but on Twitch, we had the hot tub streams was a big thing. Okay, everybody wanted to get in the hot tubs, and it got so popular they created its own category now. Because people were getting kind of pissed off. Why do we have hot tub streamers in with the video games? No? So they created their own category to separate them. I kind of feel stuff like that really belongs more on things like OnlyFans. It doesn't really belong here on YouTube and Twitch, to be honest with you. But whatever. Excuse me. And after the hot tub thing came, then there was sleeping, which still is a thing, where streamers will sleep and people will watch them. I don't know how entertaining that is, unless the person makes funny noises while they're sleeping. But I've seen some streamers who usually play video games. They might be doing a like a marathon thing where they're trying to get subscribers, basically. And they'll stream, like what I was talking about, 48 hours or more. And what they'll do is they'll take a break for a few hours and they'll sleep to make sure they're getting some sleep. So they'll sleep for a few hours, take a nap, whatever, while people are watching them. Or they'll put up like funny videos or gameplay videos while they're sleeping. So you're not seeing them sleep per se. But some of them you'll be able to see them sleep. And then when they're done sleeping, they get up and they continue playing again. And I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, first of all, I don't know how comfortable I'd be about somebody watching me sleep. I would feel kind of guilty leaving the chat live for a few hours so y'all can watch, you know, stuff that you could watch on your own, you know, without me. And then you got the fact that, like, how much electricity, how much internet usage are you using and not doing anything? Because, you know, most internet things, you know, you got a certain amount of high speed and then they start charging you fees or they slow your internet down or whatever. It's like you're wasting your internet. You're wasting the power. You know, if I'm going to go sleep, I'm probably just going to end the stream and say, hey, I'll be back at this time. So instead of leaving myself alive for, we'll say, 3-4 hours while I'm taking a nap, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to end the stream. I'll be back in 3-4 hours. I'll end the stream. Boom, I'll go take a nap. Wake up, come back, restart the stream. That makes more sense to me instead of keeping it going. But apparently there's a lot of creepy people out there that like to watch people sleep. I don't think y'all want to watch me sleep. I don't think you want to hear me snoring. So, let's see, 48-hour stream, I'd blame the white powder around the nostrils. That just seems creepy. You're probably right. Somebody is snorting. I gotta fix my fan here. What? Oh, okay, sorry about that. My heat came on, which I turned it off because it's 51 outside. I think the house is probably warm enough. But anyways, the heat came on, and when the heat comes on, it gets really toasty. It's kind of crazy how my heat works in this particular house. I've never had it like this before in any place I've ever lived. If you, like, I haven't had my heat set on 71. If the temperature in the house is 71, it's usually comfortable. If it gets down to 70, it gets a little chilly. 72, it gets a little hot. But it's very hard for me to maintain 71 degrees. Lots of times, if I set it on 71, it'll go to 72. And then it'll get hot. But if I turn it down to 70, it goes down to 70 and it's chilly. So it's like it doesn't like 71 for some reason. I don't know what it is. But when the heat first comes on, it's toasty, and then when the heat turns off, you're kind of it gets better. Okay. I don't know why it's like that, but this is also the first house I've lived in where the heater is in the roof. My heaters have always been under the house or outside. And, you know, here we're on a concrete slab, so they couldn't put it under the house. So I guess instead of putting it outside, they decided to put it in the roof. So we also have one of those nice, carbon monoxide detectors with our smoke detector. That way, you know, we don't die. So, fun times. I am ready for spring. This North Carolina weather, it's kind of up and down. Friday, I think it was in the 70s. Saturday, it was in the 40s. Sunday was 50s. And now I think we're about 60s and 70s again for today. So it's like, make up your mind. Let's just stay at 70s. All right. I think I've bored you enough with my talking. We'll get on to playing. Weather everywhere is weird. I heard something about California snow. Wow. But nobody wants to consider the whole global warming thing. People might want to consider it. Okay, so we are in the dungeons in this manner. We freed a few people, so it's actually a good thing we came down here. New York is getting a big storm after being mostly dry. They're almost always covered in lake effect snow by now. Yeah. And see, the thing is, it's not good for nature because nature sometimes gets confused. All right, so if you have a warm spell, and I don't think it's technically spring yet, is it? I think we're still technically in winter. Okay? So you have a warm spell, nature will think it's spring and will start to bloom and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it's cold. And then it freezes and dies. I have trees in the neighborhood and whatnot that already have flowers on them. Some of them are those Bradford pears. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bradford pears. Gorgeous trees. But they stink. Ever so often, they bloom and then they stink like manure. It is awful. I guess that's the price of beauty, right? Stinking. Seeds are dumb. They can't read a calendar. No, they can't. I guess we need to put them in school, right? I can also personally say, when I grew up, there was 4 distinct seasons. Winter was cold. Period. Spring was warm, but not as hot as summer. Summer was hot. Fall, it was getting nice and cool the way I like it now. Wasn't hot. Wasn't cold, just right. Nowadays, it's kind of all merged in together. But, you know, we don't have nothing going on. My wife sent me a text message. She said, she's got some kind of equipment she's got to use at work that hasn't been working. I guess it's finally getting resolved, but at the moment she's just waiting for it to get done. My wife's the type of person, if she's at work, she wants to be working. She doesn't want to be sitting around waiting to be able to work. Sometimes your job requires equipment, and if it's not working and they're fixing it, you have to sit and wait, right? That annoys her. Me, I'm a little bit lazier. Like, I have no problem getting paid to do nothing. That's perfectly fine with me, you know? If we're behind, because like my job, there's no such thing as being behind. I'm a security officer. You know, there's no quota or nothing. And her job, they have a little bit of a quota, so they can get behind if stuff ain't running right and it takes a while to get going. And so then there's some pressure there or whatnot. But my attitude is, well, that's not my problem. I didn't, you know, have nothing to do with the machine and equipment that y'all choose to either not fix or replace with something better. I do my best to get the quota done. If it don't get done, that's your problem, not mine. That's the way I see it. I do what I can, and that's all I can do. The rest is up to you. You know? I also kind of learned throughout the years, if you need something new, you got to break the old first. All right, let's see here. We're at the end of the hall. I believe we need to go in here. We could possibly unlock this door, maybe. We got a door right here, too. What's here? Oh, it's the stairs. Like it's going up to the main floor. Key required. No switch.
Well, well. Bryce Cousland's little boy, all grown up, and still trying to fit into Daddy's armor. I never thought you'd be fool enough to turn up here. But then, I never thought you'd live, either.
Let's see here. What should we say? No, I'm not going to say kill your wife and daughter, too. I don't think their fault for his ambition. Why betray us, Hal? My father was your friend.
A clumsy appeal, child. He was a traitor to me and a coward to his nation. Trips to Orlais, gifts from old enemies, all while I sank in obscurity. Your family squandered glory that was rightfully mine. How suitable that their deaths should raise me to the ear of a king. If you think you can take this from me, that I will allow it, you are very much mistaken.
Yay, we get to kill him. Woohoo! Winter cold, spring windy and wet, summer hot, autumn hotter and stormy. Yeah. Okay, I want Hal. What is he fighting with? An axe? Walls are in the way. Let's see. Have him attack the guard. Mighty swing or mighty blow. And attack, ooh, we gotta get rid of the wizard. 2 wizards. Wizard. Let's see. See if we can paralyze them.
Good to go!
Paralyzed Hal, that's pretty good. Alright. I need the guards taken care of, so Ogren's doing fine there. Do kind of need to get these wizards dealt with too. He might be dead, actually. I don't see a hit point bar over him. Al's lying on the ground. Trying to find out if I got anything that's good on wizards. Or mages, excuse me. They're referred to as mages in this. Want you attacking the wizard. Oh, shit. I got knocked on the ground. All right, we're gonna hold out for a little bit. For some reason, my guy stopped attacking. Okay, all right. Let's use group heal. Boom. Ogren, I want you to go after this mage here. I'm still gonna work on Hal. She should still be attacking the mage, which of course she's not. Doesn't like listening to directions. Mage, let's see here. Let's do... And the mage moved. Let's see. She keeps wanting to go after Hal.
On my way.
Where the hell did he go? Oh, hell no. Come back, coward.
Come and get it!
Oh, let us end this!
Aha!
Quickly, we must fight! Time to get mad!
Get him! Yeah!
It's embarrassing!
Here's the music! Time to dance!
That felt good.
Make us spit on you. I deserved more.
That felt.
As you say.
Bite back axe. Look at the map here. Eye prison? What's in there? Save it.
Who's there? Stay away. You can't do this to me. I'll have you all flayed. I'm the Arl of Denerim.
Oh, Urian died at Oscar. Who are you?
I'm Vaughan Kendalls, heir to the Arling of Denerim. It's true. Too many of our troops were lost at Ostagar. When the riots started, Howe came with men to reinforce the garrison here. Or that's what he claimed. As soon as I let him into the palace, he threw me in here. One more victim of the Elven uprising, he said. Let me out of here. I'll do anything.
Nobody's missed you. You can stay here. What caused the elves to rebel?
You know how elves are. Every now and then they start to think they're people, and you have to put them back in their proper place.
He's an ass. Landsmaid has been called. I need your voice.
Of course. Anything. Just let me out. I swear you won't regret this.
Oregon approves, really?
Grant me under a stay. Bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. Alstana, is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I? Are you real?
Who are you?
I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Chantry. You aren't one of the Tern's men? I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done.
Who are you talking about?
The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Tern's men took him from me and brought me here.
This, Livikar, was his name Juan?
Yes. He destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me.
What do you want me to do?
Give this ring to my sister, Alstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please. Ask her to pray for me.
Why can't you do it? You're alive. You're free.
Lady of Perpetual Sorrows, pray for... Lady of Perpetual Sorrows,
Okay.
Pray for me.
shall be done.
No, we can open that now, but we don't really need to go that way no more. We can go this way.
As you say.
Fun! All the soldiers are coming out. Look at all of them. Maybe that's why I should have went the other way. What do you think? We're not disguised anymore. One, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19. You know, in party, it feels kind of guilty because you're like, how many of these men aren't actually Hal's men? They just, you know, lied to.
Hey, you don't belong in here.
Watch out!
Is your time? Truly safe. You should run while you can. I am not.
Lord have mercy. The mess. We got dogs. We got guards. All right. Hit some of our friends, but that's just kind of the way it is. Guard captain there. We'll go after the archer here. Kill everybody. Getting attacked by this dude here. Fire it is. Firing. Didn't work out very well. Oh shit, I'm about to die. That was close. Alright, she needs to heal her magic. Needs to group heal. Heal us all. Fighting a Mabari.
Yeah?
There is no glory in bloodshed!
Didn't have heal yet. Guard's about dead. We're gonna leave him to it.
Send me!
You forced our hand!
Ooh, what a mess. Definitely use some more healing potions, can't we?
I shall do it. It is begun.
Alright, so we got more people back here. I think we're going to avoid them because I don't know if they're entirely bad. So we're going to go try to rescue her, then come try to go out this way. Try to avoid them altogether.
My thanks.
I saw her come through the door and I was like, what the hell is she doing wearing armor? And then I looked at the comments and it says, aren't you a little short for a guard? I wonder what that was referencing. Can anybody say Star Wars? How many games and movies have been inspired by Star Wars over the years? We're going to say that. Aren't you a little short for a...
Funny. Very funny. We must go quickly and avoid notice. If House people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Well. Anything in here we can take? So now we have Alistair, who's technically heir to the throne. I can't get by Nora. Thank you. Lord have mercy. Logain's guard. Weren't there before. We're gonna have to fight them. There's no other way out. So we have the queen and we have the rightful heir to the throne on our side.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
Here to free Nora, who was held captive.
Don't be ridiculous. The Queen isn't being held prisoner here or anywhere else. Her father would never stand for such a thing.
Right here. Tell her, Nora.
What? Sir Catherine! Praise the Maker you're here. This brigand tried to kidnap me.
I knew something like that was going to happen. Should have left her ass there. I'm not going to call the Queen a bitch.
Unbelievable. Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive!
More enemies ahead.
Well, that's unfortunate. But I don't get to kill the Queen? Let's see, we got 4 archers over there. We got a lot. Look at this. Let's see. Probably should try to take out the weaker people first.
Don't give them the advantage.
She never did the thunder spell, did she? I don't see anything. Or she's attacking the one with the most damn hit points. Like, really? Damn it. Of course.
Yes.
course. Because of this bitch right there. And she still doesn't have revival available.
Run while you can!
Um...
Very well. Don't give them the advantage!
I don't know if I'm supposed to win this fight. Holy shit.
I am ready.
Nope.
I am hurt.
Where'd they go?
Demon, I may have done a terrible thing.
Is all that blood mine?
Barely met, and already she betrays us. She and my mother would get along famously.
What? What is it you might have done, exactly?
What in Andraste's name has happened? Are you all right?
The warden has been captured.
And this may have been your fault? Maybe? Perhaps?
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free him. Cowthrian will take him to Fort Draken. Getting inside will be no small feat.
Such an idiot.
You look like you've been dragged through 10 kinds of crap, friend. What did you do?
I killed Hal.
Who calls that a crime? More like a public service. Still, they'll hang you for it.
Friends are coming for me. Wait for a rescue. I'm getting out of here. Try to escape. This reminds me a little bit of Chrono Trigger. Remember when you got arrested in Chrono Trigger and you could escape? Let's try to escape. What do you say?
Good luck with that. I'll expect the Maker to walk in here and sing us a sea chanty first, though.
Well, at least they gave us some beds, sort of. Can't talk to him. Garden view. We can fake an illness.
Hey, come quick, you've got a prisoner down.
What's the matter with you?
Boom!
Enemies approaching.
Are you kidding me? I got no weapon. No items.
Where are we?
That hurt me very bad. He was a weak guard.
We've done.
Weak guard. Take a shit. Just his weapon. Crappy ass mace.
Thank you kindly, friend. I think I won't be waiting around if you don't mind.
I could have used a friend. Like Chrono Trigger, whack them on the back of the head and they go down like a sack of potatoes. You got that right. Sometime we are gonna play some Chrono Trigger at some point. My stuff! Got my stuff back. Yeah. And my healing items. Have a look down here. Down here. In there, just an empty cell. Oh, in trouble now. There's a Grey Warden loose inside. Friends are going to come for me from the outside, and I'm going to come to them from the inside. They're in trouble.
Name are you? It has begun. If we must fight, let us do it quickly. No quarter shall be given. Now we do battle. Make a help! It's a fine thing we've done. Shall be done.
Those dogs had money. They paid the dogs. Your little dog too, Wicked Witch of the West, yeah. Look at the map here. Alright, what's down here? Armory. Let's go to the armory. What goodies we can find. Probably not much of anything. Ice arrows. Use a crossbow. This is a guard uniform. Put on the uniform. Now we're disguised as a guard. Look at that. I still got all my stuff equipped. Not be unequipped, indestructible. I still got my stuff, right? Must be like over top of it or something. Although the weapon shield's the same, and the shield does not match what we're guarding. I don't have to worry about fighting. I'm sure these people are not entirely guilty. Main hall, Colonel's office, officer's armory. Save. Go to the officer's armory.
You never see them stuck polishing the rust off the armor. Hey, are you relieving me? It's about time.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
Good. Mind the blighted chainmail? The commander will skin us both if he finds any rust.
Yeah, where's that? See. Would have been nice if I could have, like, took it. Nothing. Oh, well, wait a minute. We can go down here. There's still nothing. That's awful. All right, so we look at the map. We got the colonel's room, our office, and we got storage. Let's go to storage.
It has begun.
I almost didn't make it out the mess today. Forgot the blighted password again.
That's why I write it down every day. Keep it in my pocket. I got stuck on the second floor hallway for 3 hours last week. I swear those guards are possessed by demons or something.
Probably. All the way that way.
It's too dusty in here. The Regent ought to hire a maid.
It shall be done.
That's kind of funny. He said, it shall be done.
It's too dusty in here. The Regent ought to hire a maid.
Like we can get in there. Funny, because there's a room. Shall we talk to the colonel?
What's this? Oh, you must be the new recruit we were getting. You're late. The rest of your patrol is in the storage room. Find them and get yourselves ready for inspection.
Actually have quest for that. Well, there you go. We'll make that act.
Did you need something?
Oh, we should get ready for inspection.
Thank the Maker.
What are we going to do about him, though? So the assistant quartermaster is a little miffed with us at present.
I told you we should have put those potatoes in the cellar straight away.
Some things went amiss. Mistakes were made. The quartermaster got chewed out by Tairn Loghain, and then he chewed out the assistant.
And now to get back at us for landing him in trouble, the assistant quartermaster won't give us our blades. And you can't pass inspection without a regulation sword.
Right. What do we do?
He's got no beef with you. Maybe you could talk to him?
Fine, I'll handle him.
He's down the hall in the armory.
Maker, help us.
Armory. We'll try this one down here. I don't see him.
Andraste's secret girdle. He's gone.
Well, don't just stand there. Get your blade and let's report to the colonel before he gets back.
What about shield? My shield does not match their shield. Now that my sword matches their sword. Not gonna even come up, or is that an oopsie in the story? Hey Josh, how's it going? Supposed to line up in here, or are we supposed to?
So, you think you're ready to go on your first patrol mission, do you?
Yes, sir.
You think this is going to be a walk in the park? Darkspawn could attack us at any time. One moment of inattention could kill everyone in this city. Do you want a repeat of Ostagar?
No, sir.
You there!
Yes, sir.
Stand up straight. You're a soldier in the King's army, and the King's own men don't slouch. And you!
Yes, sir.
Stop fidgeting. You can fidget on your own time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kiss arse.
I expect a lot of you back here by sunup. Now get out of here, and make her watch over you.
I wish I could get that.
Only had it a month, and already this armor doesn't fit. I got to lay off the mince pie.
Lay off the mince pie.
As you say.
Password? Rabbit, I think.
Going on your first patrol, are you? Good luck.
Now you know why you had to pretend to be a recruit, otherwise you would have to fight.
Stay sharp out there.
Just woke up. I'm okay, but my grandpa passed away yesterday in his honor. Today, going fishing and putting a line in the water for him, but before that, coffee is required. Hey man, I'm sorry. My condolences. But I do hope you enjoy fishing. The chapel in the captain's office.
I'm sorry, my child, but I'm busy right now. Come back later.
Very well. It's always a proud day when a soldier takes up real duties. Andraste, watch over you. It's always a proud day when a soldier takes up real duties. Andraste, watch over you lot.
Good luck out there.
Waiting room. Well, if I would have chose to play a rogue, then I would have gotten a bunch of treasure, right? All right, where are we gonna head? Gonna head to guess we're gonna go to Arl Redcliffe's estate. Of course, the guards that are with me are gonna be in for a little shock. And the guards are gone. We lost them at some point.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
How is she acting like I've been here the whole time?
It is no trouble.
Wow. Wonder if maybe I should do that first. Not exactly sure where she is. Am I missing something here?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Hey, Celador, how's it going? All right, we're gonna go talk to the Arl, and if anything changes, we'll just reload the save. Yeah, you missed Final Fantasy V. We moved on to Crisis Core. But yeah, the videos should be there. Yeah, I'm streaming those on Wednesday and Thursday.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set
thing.
the house on fire. What comes, my friend?
They're all acting like I just didn't escape from prison.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you. I prayed for your safe return.
It's so sweet, it almost makes me want to kill you, Les. What, you betrayed me?
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely escape you? I barely managed to slip away from her when we reached the palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
See, my thought process is, okay, so we tell her, Queen, Arlhal threw her in prison. She admits to it. And then also admits that Loghain is also behind it. And then at that point, the Queen says, I'm staying with the Grey Warden. Grey Warden says, we're accepting her and we will protect her. In which the guards will have to make a decision. She's the queen. You might want to bend the knee. You know? You asked for our help for a reason.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
He still take the throne without you?
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, But if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake How is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that How and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as How's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
What of Alistair?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
And she's single now, right? You would put Alistair off the hook. Alistair doesn't exactly want to be king. Aren't we planning to depose her?
Honora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Maybe Alistair should marry Honora. That would be interesting. So he's the bastard son of Merrick, and Kaelin was the legitimate son of Merrick, which sort of makes them brothers. He's like his half brother, which means he would be marrying his sister-in-law, which happened a lot in that time period. Let's suggest that.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility. We certainly have a great deal to plan.
What do you think he's doing in the alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
That worked.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
I will be back in a few minutes. All right. Honestly, that's probably the best decision, is to put both of them on the throne. One, because we can't fully trust her, whereas we trust Alistair. He's also of blood, so you're putting blood on the throne. He's also a Grey Warden, which, you know, makes him a hero, sense. And he'll also make the Blight a priority. So, it would make sense.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
Anything new? Alright, I think we're gonna probably try to do some side quests here before we talk to Nora. I could be king and make the land better, but nah, I don't really feel like it right now. Yeah. Well, to some degree, I can understand hesitation. You know, he might have been born of royal blood, but he was never treated like it. He was kind of wanted to be forgotten, as tends to happen with most bastards. And that's partially why he ended up becoming a Grey Warden. You know, he wanted to be, they wanted to forget that he existed, kind of thing. So now he's going to be at the top. And it's like, he doesn't know how to do that, you know? And in a sense, he would be giving up freedom as well. This royalty can't really be free. Let's see. Let's I'm almost thinking we should bring him into the alienage since he's an elf. That means we gotta drop Liliana out.
Yes.
Indeed.
Can't use that yet because he doesn't have the strength. One. Use the axe. that we got from Hal. It can be enchanted twice too. It's only a little bit weaker. That's exactly the same as what he's got. I guess we'll keep him with what he's got. He didn't have any rings at all. I'll have to see if we can do a little bit of shopping.
Bellissimo.
We haven't really been messing with his abilities here because I haven't really been using them. All right, let's see here. It's passive, passive, passive. Got that already on there. Need to level up his lockpick here. Passive. 3 of those. Passive. All right, so that's all he can do there. Make poisons. I heard they are going to remake this game for PlayStation 5 soon. For some people are mad about some sort of controversy about Morrigan, which I'm not sure what they're getting at. Saw an article about it. I'm not aware of a remake. I haven't heard anything about a remake yet. I know they're coming out with a new game. It's supposed to be like a continuation because everybody has a lot of questions. You know, what happens to the main character at the end? And the ending depends on what ending you get. And so they're supposed to sort of address that in the new game. There's multiple endings that you can do. I don't want to spoil anything right now. We can discuss it later when we get there, but yeah, so The Grey Warden here is
Dwarven
supposed
crafts.
to make an
Fine
appearance.
Dwarven crafts. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at?
But I wouldn't be surprised if
Only
they're
the
remaking
finest
it.
crafts, straight from Orzammar. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Let's see. Let's see, what can we get rid of? We got a bunch of gifts here. That's the same. No rings to buy. I was wanting to have Sten read it.
It is a pleasure to see you again. Have my flowers enticed you? Or perhaps you tire of the smells of the city and would buy my Orlesian oils?
Want something more practical.
And smelling good is not. Ferelden is no longer full of barbarians. People judge with their noses as well as their ears and eyes. But you look more armed than most of my patrons. Perhaps you seek the armor-smith, Wade. Then to the south? He is quite the artiste, yes?
Already seen him.
Be careful with that package, you lazy slut. It's worth more than you'll make in 10 years. It's so nice to be in civilization.
Why is her name yellow?
You can't buy Orlesian silks anywhere in Southreach. It's so nice to be in civilization.
You're back. You need something? Oh, yes.
No rings. All right, we can try Wade.
It's so nice to be in civilization. You can't buy it or leave.
Welcome. Oh, it's you. Please leave. And if you have any more scales, you can shove them. Yeah, just leave.
They don't want to sell me nothing no more.
Hope you enjoy your armor. I'm glad Heren let me make something decent for a change.
Well, that's unfortunate. All right, we need to go back to the Chantry over here.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands. From the lowest...
And after much sweat, blood and toil, her labors ended, and the world marveled at what she wrought.
And cursed by the Maker.
Those who bring ham. The Maker does not bread sinners.
Maybe at the tavern.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands. From the lowest...
I'll be surprised, honestly, that they haven't.
Dwarven craft.
They haven't attempted to do a MMO for this yet.
As you say.
I mean, it might be pretty good depending on how they do it.
There's nothing more to say. Pester someone else.
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Koosland. I owe you his life.
We'll leave no man to suffer at Arl Hal's hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Loghain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Benorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Have you heard the news about Howe?
Everyone in the city has. But Ryland must be pleased.
That half-blood is as cold as the mountains. Did they not serve together in the war?
Oh, I can hardly speak ill of the sense or conscience of any man simply for wishing Rendon Howe dead. You've met him. The man made vipers seem personable.
Well, I didn't say I was shedding any tears over his passing. He never was any friend of mine.
May I help you?
I was asked to give this to you.
This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
He asked you to pray for him.
I haven't heard from him in months. Where is he? What's happened?
He's in the dungeon of the Arl at Dinneram's Estate.
A dungeon? What
No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Cousland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tairnir as well.
Probably. Hebron has done nothing since we've arrived except spend coin on herself. If we stay in Denerim much longer, I'll have to send her to a cloister.
That what she gave me?
No need for such drastic measures. She's only a child. She'll outgrow this.
All right. I haven't gotten any new information about that. Lives somewhere in Denerim. Willem Dawn? Question is where?
It has begun.
Maybe we can get some rings over here.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Do you see what I see? They're the same thing. They have the same exact name, except one has a space between Winter's and Breath. But they're both Winter's Breath. And they're almost exactly the same, except the one I would buy adds 3 spell power. And 5% less cold damage. If I had 92 gold, that'd be nice. Alright. We have some rings here, but I can only afford one of them. Electricity damage. That would be good if I could afford it. Activist sash. Only I can wear it. Amy doesn't have any healing stuff. Really need Lyrium. Add a little.
Of course.
Fire resistance and healing effects probably would be better than an experience from Codex. That would have been better at the beginning of the game, honestly. Now he's got a ring. Alright, he lives somewhere in Denerim, but we don't have any clue where. And we're not seeing anything on the map. Maybe here, in the dirty back alley? Alright, let's find out what happens. Let's see what happens. Quaint hovel. Notes acquired from dead or terrified adventurers have directed you to this unassuming door. The house is marked with the initial D. There's no answer, although there's clearly a light inside. Here to discuss the stories of Gaxkang. I'm not leaving. Door unlocks. Have to fight.
Grey Warden, isn't it? Strange you would force such a visit in a time of blight. I suppose I am used to inspiring a different kind of seeker.
Their stories attract them, and then they disappear.
The adequate ones find the beacons, and then I find them. But you are already brighter than the signal at Ishal. Eyes are on you from a very high vantage, Grey Warden. I cannot hide in your wake, but I will not be a footnote. Witness Gax King!
Oh, shit. So, is he Gax King? Kang? However you pronounce it. Let's see. Hurry. Let's do lightning.
Damn you!
I haven't really set up Zevran's tactics.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see. Now the fun comes. I shall do it. Shall we compete for points?
I'm sure my guys can stand the heat.
This really gets better.
Almost there. Who will get the final hit? I think Morgan did. Well, technically, Ogren. Healing blade, huh? Weaker than Starfang. A little bit. Got plus armor penetration, attack, cold damage. Have a look at it, see what. It pretty much looks like Starfang, except it's not glowing. His attack would go up to 111, but defense would go down 69. Keep Starfang. Made in combat mode. Quick use Quake on them. Yeah. Watch, this will be lock, and oh, it's not. Surprise! I'm gonna be like, Zevran can't open it, right? Get some decent money there. Got the same armor, but it gives you much more damage effects. 20% in exchange for the others. I'm thinking we'll probably. Got more here. I don't know why it didn't do all of them. Oh, let's see. He doesn't really have any. He has any archer. Guess we'll try that.
I shall do it.
I guess he was really a demon. Bill's request. Not seeing any markers on the map either. We could try to go to the alienage. Other quests we got besides these two. Didn't I make that? Right there. So I guess we should also go back to Ostagar. Or Oscar. Orzammar. Orzammar. Ostagar. Ostagar is in ruins. Question is, where in order? You can try the slums. Go to the slums first. Dust Town, as they call it. Royal Palace. That was the key word that I completely didn't pay any attention to.
Shall be done.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont take to the streets. Pandemonium increases by 10%.
It has begun.
Alright, I'm in the Royal Palace. I don't see any marker, though. Morgan, why do you have your weapon drawn? She's ready to fight, ain't she? Where, oh, where is the sick person? Let's see. I think we found them.
Any luck, Warden? She doesn't have much time. There's nothing I can do but wait. It's all but inevitable. She'll be up and around in no time, thanks to you. She'll be up and around in no time, thanks to you.
I'll take this as payment. All it said was quest completed. Didn't say I got anything. All right, so Orzamar's done. Let's see. That's doing that one thing we had to steal from him. I don't know if we're ready to do that yet. Places of power. Been throughout the Brazilian forest. I don't recall anything on the deep roads, and been in Circle Tower. The only place we hadn't been was the alienage in Denerim. He's specifically in the alienage. Did 5 hooded couriers in Denerim and returned to Blackstone. The only place I hadn't been was the alienage. Not seeing anything on the deep roads. I'm assuming eventually we're going to come back here, because, I mean, there's a lot of space for places to be. You know?
News of the hour. Balin is king. Future of Orzammar secure.
So I wonder, do you intend to take your mother's place now?
Take her place? What do you mean?
I haven't...
As the new Witch of the Wild. That was her title, no? When one slays the queen, it's assumed they'll take her throne.
Considering the throne is a small shack in the middle of a cold wilderness, I think I may just pass.
And why would you lie to me, I wonder?
Ah, is this the part where you hint at some subtle plot of mine? Because you are so very perceptive?
So you didn't know what your mother planned until you read it in that book. That's what you said.
That is correct.
I admire you. You are a wicked, wicked woman.
And you are a fool who spends far too much time on his hair.
Spends too much time on his hair. They did a pretty good job with the random conversations. Wags his tail and looks at Sten.
Yes, it is good to have my sword at my side again. I call her Asala, the soul, my soul. She is forged from rare blue steel and has served me faithfully for many years. Yes, you understand what it is like to have a weapon that is part of you. Few others do.
Ask away.
I did not thank you. It occurs to me now that you have freed me from the crows, and yet I did not think to thank you for it. No matter why you did it, still it was done, and I the benefactor. So, thank you.
Welcome.
In the crows, we do not have friends, and yet here you are, and I cannot help but consider you such. Then allow me to say this. What we are doing here, stopping the Blight, I cannot think of anything I have ever done which is so worthy. I intend to see this through to the end with you. After all, someone must take responsibility for preventing your untimely death. A suitable task for a friend, yes? Now, isn't that odd? Just a year ago, Taliesin was telling me, Zevran, why are your plans always so horrid? Planning has never been my strong suit. Now, killing and lovemaking. Killing and lovemaking and witty retorts. Those I am better at. I forget where I was going with this. Well, no matter.
Something I can help with?
Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole. Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something? You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. I'll teach you. Just be ready. To be a berserker, you have to face your own inner rage. Let the spirit of battle take over. And all that dust. There's a whole pile of philosophical rot that goes behind it. But the bedrock is this. Get real mad and kill things. It does. But I almost guarantee you've never in your life been as rage-blind as you have to be to draw strength from it. I'll show you how. I'm good at getting people really, really mad. I can teach you what gets my hackles in a twist, but no one can tell you what'll set off that killing rage in you. Finding that is the key to berserking. Once you got that, I tell you, the ladies love it when you're all mysteriously angry for no reason. Trust me. You're a quick study, Warden. You must have been seriously steamed up about something for a long time. Aye, all right then.
And exactly what skill was acquired?
What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
Of course, plan a day of fishing, and PA weather has to dump all over my plans. Rain. We can always go fishing in the rain. Just bring an umbrella. As long as it's not lightning out.
I have been mistaken.
What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
Changed your mind.
You did, of course. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
Think the Canary will invade Ferelden?
In time. There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on. As you wish.
I have a question for it, if it will indulge me. My understanding is that it encountered the smith named Caradin, he who was responsible for the creation of the golems, that he had become a golem himself. What I do not know is what became of him. Why did he not return with it? I would have many questions for him.
I'm so sorry. Killed himself.
He killed himself? Ah, I would doubt it, but no. I see it is telling the truth. May I ask what became of the Anvil of the Void, assuming that it too still existed?
It was destroyed as Caradin wanted.
Then it was no doubt for the best. With Caradin also goes any chance I might have had of finding answers on my past, I assume. Tell me, did it find out anything from Caradin? Anything at all about how I might have been made?
Anvil made golems from living souls.
Meaning that I was once a living creature? That seems highly unlikely, and more than a little insulting. Is it certain?
Not trying to insult you, Sheriff.
Was I forced into this? Or simply glad to abandon a frail body? And more importantly, who was I? I simply must know. I cannot help but believe that answers lie elsewhere in the deep roads. We must look.
Anywhere specific?
Yes, no, I don't know. If it can search the deep roads, I may remember something. If not, then I will have to wait.
Oh, well, we got a new quest. Might have to do that.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
What comes, my friend? We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
I'm surprised they're not giving me a lot of options to kiss her. Usually they do. It's almost maxed out.
Interesting.
Didn't really care for it.
What comes, my friend? So, full of questions, are you?
Flemeth is dead. What now?
Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no? Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
She disapproved. Why'd she disapprove? I was thinking she would have preferred that.
What comes, my friend? So, full of questions, are you?
She's kind of wishy-washy.
Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
I believe he sells some stuff we
If
could
there's anything I can do for you, please,
raise her
please
approval
tell
of.
me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And
Yeah, that's
with
true.
your discount.
Chastity belt. Wonder who you would give that to. I'll give that to your dog. Liliana? Could be, it's always raining in PA. I might not visit. I sort of wanted to, because there's a few ST players in Pennsylvania. Also, they have a good amount of CVS 2 players there. No, it doesn't always rain in Pennsylvania. That I'm aware of. Not like the stereotype of always raining in Seattle. Just depends on the weather and what's going on, I guess. Pennsylvania gets a lot of lake effect weather as the jet stream crosses the Great Lakes. Picks up a lot of moisture to dump on PA, New York. It could be just I don't know. I know they get snow. And when they get snow, it doesn't change anything. You still work, you still go to school.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Can't go up any higher. I better not piss her off.
What comes, my friend?
They get snow, yes.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Not giving me the option to kiss her. Range.
What comes, my friend? So, full of questions, are you?
What's ST? What's CVS2? ST means Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. On the internet, everybody calls it ST. SVS means, or CVS2 means Capcom versus SNK2. ST and SVS2 are fighting games. I don't play a lot of fighting games. I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat. I played a little Street Fighter back in the day, but not a lot. I like the Street Fighter movie. I thought it was kind of funny. You know, Bison and Guile, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bison's like, you made me a very happy man. And Guile's like, next I make you dead one. And from what I hear, Jean-Claude was, I think he was intoxicated or high or something. He was under the influence while making that movie. Let's see. PA isn't always raining, but the weather is terrible in 1 week. We get temperatures thrown out like Powerball numbers all in 1 week. It's infuriating. Quicker to write ST, and yeah, abbreviations are a lot quicker. I'm still learning some abbreviations. The newer generation uses it a lot more than we did. The rain is just bad timing, but hey, nothing you can do about the weather. I was pretty good at the local bowling alley's Street Fighter game. Could beat it with anyone on a quarter, but I preferred Chun-Li. Yeah, get them legs moving. Nobody can touch you if you get them legs moving. Yeah, I remember you had the bonus level where you had to smash the car, and Chun-Li or Honda was the best one to do it because she could kick, you know, tons of times, and then Honda had his hands. He would strike. Was the best way to do that. You know, of course, I always liked Ryu and Ken's characters, but they weren't necessarily the best choices. So you can like the character and his story and whatnot, but not necessarily be the more beneficial player or character to play. But that's going to do it for today. That's all the time I got. We will be live again tomorrow. We're going to play some more Dragon Age Origins. We're going to start off with the quest that Shale was requesting about his background. So we're going to be going back to the Deep Roads to try to find out what his story is. And then we'll probably move on to Dinnerum's alienage and whatnot as well. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we will be playing some more Crisis Core, so make sure you stop by then as well. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed it, please give us the thumbs up. I hope y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.